has been like the slowest day ever. It's okay though. Welcome to 2024, guys. Wow. Wow. I almost can't believe it in a way. Like, I'm turning 22 this year. I got out of bed at like 12 o'clock. I went for a walk. I actually cooked for myself and like sat down and like spent some time with my family, and it's just been a very slow day. Like, I took a lot of time with my skincare. Like, it's just been a very slow day, but it's a new year and I kind of just need to like an ease my way into it type of day. But I don't know, I want to say something for the new year, like just to come on here and say hi. First little video of the year. Like everybody else, I've been kind of doing those like 2023 reflections, thinking about the last year and how I want this one to go, and like it's been interesting. I feel like when I think about 2023, I go, ooh, like that was a lot. Like the year was a lot. It was not one of my better ones, but I do feel like it was the year that grew me the most out of my recent adult years. It was my first year being in a relationship for an entire year. It's actually like my first relationship that I feel like goes places, you know what I mean? So just navigating that as a whole was a new thing for me. I graduated, I had like all these new responsibilities with actually working in my field, loss of friends, new friends, learning to be more financially independent. I feel like 2023 was the year that it was like, okay, this is your 20s. Okay, cool, not cool, cool again, and then not cool again. But the other night I was doing like a reflection journal of just like some prompts I got from Pinterest. Some of the questions were like, what are you most proud of? What challenges you face? What things you want to do differently? Something you want to take into the next year? Something you want to leave behind in the previous year? And like reflecting on those things kind of just made me like, it made me feel good in a way, because I feel like every time it's the beginning of a new year, I'm always so down because I'm like, I didn't do enough, I didn't blah blah blah. And I said this in my last video at the end, but I'm so hard on myself all the time, and I feel like writing everything out, seeing some of my accomplishments amongst all the chaos that happened with me last year, I feel like made me feel a little bit better about how things went. But yeah, I just want this to be a very chill, cozy video talking about 2023 for just a little bit, and also my goals for 2024. And I also want to create a vision board with you guys. I have not created a vision board since I was probably in middle school. For a while, I felt like they didn't work for me, but this year I feel like I want to retry doing it again and like being more intentional with things and manifesting whatever. So yeah, I want to make one with you guys today. So yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of fun with Pinterest, and I'm excited for that. But yeah, right now I just want to talk about some of my goals in a few categories. I don't want to get too personal, but here are the ones that I do feel comfortable with sharing. So as just like a blanket thing, I said take care of my health better, be more consistent with my routines, maybe go to the gym 3 times a week and do at least 30 minutes of exercise or yoga every day. Such a busy girl, but that's the goal, at least 30 minutes, if not more. Next would be to cook for myself more and try a new recipe, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, at least just for me. Maybe not for like the whole fam or somebody, but to just try something new, you know? Try to meal plan a bit more. I'm very bad at eating all my meals. Like it's a problem. My boyfriend's always like, have you eaten? And I'm like, what do you mean by eaten? I had a cheese stick and some chips and some iced coffee. Thinking about my meals, actually eating all of them in a day is a goal for me. Making more of my meals from home so I eat out less, making my coffees from home so I spend less money. But yeah, just overall, I do want to just buy less and experience more. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm mixing categories, pardon me. In the experience category, I put to explore my state. I live in Maryland, but I don't feel like a Marylander. I still don't feel like a local, so I want to like explore more small businesses and go to more coffee shops and eat small and buy small. Like I'm always like, I'm sick of it here. I want to leave. I'm over the DMV, but I don't feel like I've, you know, explored it enough. So I want to do that a bit more. The next goal is to travel out of the country without my family. I'm privileged to say that I have traveled out the country, but I've always been with my family or at least one other family member. So I do want to try to do that either with friends or by myself. Then we have my academic goals. You here, you may not know this, but my major is American Sign Language Interpreting. And for my program of study, I have to have a lot of volunteer hours practicing interpreting, and it's a lot. It's like over 200. Like it's ridiculous, and I have to get those hours. So finishing all my hours, completing my program study is like a huge goal that I have for myself. Maintaining A's in all my classes, which I'm not gonna be too hard on myself about. This is a fun category. I titled it Becoming an It Girl, you know? 2023, I wanted it to be the year that I changed my hair a lot. This was my last change. I've never had a wig before. But yeah, I think I had like every type of style last year. I had locks, I had braids, I had twists, I had my natural hair out, I had a wig, I had a weave, and it was my first time trying so many different styles, so I feel like that was one thing I did do well last year. But this year, I want to try more colors, so I don't know. But like I want to be ginger, I want to be blonde, I want to be ginger, and I want to be blonde so bad, and I don't think I'm gonna do it, but I want to put it out there just in case. Another it girl thing that I want is I want more piercings on my ears, only ears, but I just want more. I love piercings, so yeah, that's one. Then I also want to try lashes, whether that be me doing it myself or getting somebody to do it. I want to be like, you know, like like I want to be like, what? Like I need to be able to bat my eyes. Now I'm gonna move into like my content goals. This year, well, for 2023, I really wanted to hit 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I feel like I could have if I was more consistent, and that's my biggest struggle, is being consistent, because I'm so busy, and I also just, with my own mental health, I go in and out of like even wanting to do this, so it's difficult for me. But yes, this year I'm setting the bar even higher. I'm gonna go for 3K. Can we get to 3K? I don't believe it, but manifest, right? Manifest. Another goal that I have is to unniche myself. I could do an entire video about my struggle with what to film, because when I started my channel, I was very specifically a K-pop creator. I was. And then I slowly stopped being that. I started being a me creator with influences of the things that I like. And social media doesn't always like that, because they like you to be in a box, because it's like, okay, you make this, we're gonna show your stuff to this type of person. And when you pull away from that, the algorithm's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it's hard for me because I don't want to be in a box, and I feel like as someone with varying interests, I don't want to just be, oh, this type of person, or I make that, because that's not realistic, that's not real. You know? So yeah, unniching myself, I feel like I've been like slowly doing it, and just showing more parts of just simple times of who I am, and just talking to you guys like this, becoming more comfortable with the camera and that sort of thing. So yeah, continuing to pull away from any sort of box that I've been in, and being comfortable with that, being comfortable with my views being low because of that, being comfortable with being unfollowed for that, and hopefully along the way the right people will be here, and the people that are here, you guys, I love you. Another goal for content is just to post 2 or 3 times a month. listen, like I try, like I really do, I really try. And then lastly is to try to make more short form content, because I love talking like this, I love things to be long, but I also realize that the way that that social media is leaning today is to push short form content. Everybody's attention span is. The last things that I wrote down are kind of things that I don't really want to share on camera, but I do have some like pretty general ones that I don't mind sharing. Number 1 on this list is to stop apologizing. Stop apologizing. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. It's so bad. I say I'm sorry for every little thing. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, and like I genuinely do be sorry. Sometimes that's just like a autopilot word that people say. They're like, oh, I'm sorry. I feel like as women we do it a lot. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. But like I genuinely feel it. I'm like, ooh. And for things I don't need to apologize for, like what am I doing? So that's number 1. Stop apologizing for literally everything. Number 2 is to not be afraid to look silly. I'm always like, oh, was that cringe? Was that weird? But like I am cringe and I am weird, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. So like I need to just embrace it. I should just embrace it. It's fine. It's fine. That kind of bleeds into this next one, which just says love myself more. And this has like certain small bullet points under it. Number 1 being to stop compromising for things that I feel like I deserve. stop questioning when I feel like I deserve something. I always find myself like hesitating to ask for more because sometimes I don't feel like I deserve anything. Like I really don't. And I accept so little from people sometimes when I don't need to, when I should be getting more, especially when I give so much. And just to stop compromising on things that I need and not being afraid to ask for things that I need, and to healthily walk away from situations that are not serving me. And that's a scary one. That's a scary one. That's a scary one. That's something I really think I need to implement. Another one I put is to not let other people's viewpoint of me run my life. I feel like I've spent so much of my life trying to accommodate every single person, trying to act a certain way to fit this type of person or to fit this group of people who want me to be this way. It's so exhausting. Like I'm realizing like it does not help me. Like I can't live like that, at least not anymore. Like I've spent so much of my life being like that. I just need to care less, and I feel like that's the blanket thing for 2024. I need to care less and respect me more. Like I got to. But yeah, those are just some very generic things that are on my personal goal list. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any similar goals for 2024, or if there's something that you're working towards. Let me know in the comments or DM me, you know. But yeah, let's move on to making everything visual. This is the fun part. This is definitely the fun part. I'm excited. All right, I'm excited. It came out really okay, it came out a lot cuter than I expected it to. We have our y'all can't even see this. Anyways, I have officially completed my little vision board. This was actually really fun and it came out better than I expected it to. I love the color palette of it all. I tried to just show basically all the things I talked about: prioritizing myself, being confident. I have little cameras for YouTube, I have journaling, I have some money because I need that. I got passports, and I have a couple of destinations on there that I want to go. I have a little bit of Japan, Korea, California. Then I have like a couple little academic goal things here and there. And yeah, overall we'll just see how it goes. We'll see how this motivates me. But I do think that it's nice to look at, and especially since I'm on my laptop all the time, having it just back there to kind of be a reference for me will be really good. If you feel comfortable, definitely DM me, share what's on your vision board for this year if you made one. Hope you guys have a good start to your year, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.